y'all brave. Bones to don't for the butt, y'all fly.
Okay, this is a very, very special version of VPR Radio today. First of all, I'm thrilled to be here in person with FMI. It has been forever since we've had the opportunity to do this. I miss us and our in-person vibe. And we're here with the fabulous and talented and beautiful, right? Shida X. So I'm very much looking forward to getting to know you, young lady. Thank you for coming all the way to Brooklyn from Maryland to see us. So first of all, FMI, and you can tell me about why you're on today, because I know that you won an event that you performed for. Tell me about that.
So it was Next to Blow. The Showcase Poppy and my management team had talked, and they was like, this would be a great opportunity. So I was like, I think so too. I also tell my management all the time that New York is like little Jamaica. So doing dancehall music, I was like, absolutely, 100%,
oh yeah,
100%.
That's right.
So did it, and I was nervous. I'm always nervous when I first go on, but in my head I'm like, you're dope, do your thing.
That's right.
If you exude that, people are gonna receive that. And FMI and Reggie Lanes and Showcase Poppy saw that. So I am here because of that. Mm-hmm.
So tell us about your musical background. Obviously you're an island girl?
So my parents are Jamaican, born and raised.
Right.
My oldest brother was the only sibling born in Jamaica.
Got it.
So we were born in the U.S., but not in the mata.
Exactly.
Right. Don't mata, because some people would
a dancehall queen. Right.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
My dad isn't a DJ, but he was one of them fade cuts, playing the records
with the record box.
Sanchez and all them. So
Clash and all of that.
Yeah,
I love it.
Big sound. So grew up listening to that, and just from young just loving music, and it just stayed with me. I started writing poetry when I was in middle school.
Yep.
And then that spiraled into writing music.
I swear, I feel like that's how it always goes. Because with me, it was the same. And so many people we've interviewed, you notice that they'll say that, or like short stories, poetry, and then eventually it develops into that music. So tell me about that segue from going from poetry to music. When did it hit you? Were you listening to a beat? Was something just in your mind? Was somebody making a beat and then you just started going with a freestyle? Like, how did that hit you where you then turned those lyrics or those words into lyrics?
That was the era of Nicki Minaj coming up.
Okay.
So, all the young girlies was listening. You do have the people before her and stuff like that, but she was my era of like, boom, woman in the rap industry. So I was like, and that also is a segue into my dancehall career. Right. Listening to her, I'm like, I can put some words together, so let me try it. And then I tried it, and then it's been on and popping since then, for sure. Yeah. So my segue into, dancehall is, again, love dancehall music. It's so indulgent. It makes me feel so good. I heard this song, Banana, by Jada Kingdom, and played it over and over and over and over. And I was like, I want to make a song like this. So I tried it, and that was my song, Calling, my first ever dancehall song written. Let people hear it, and they was like, yo, and that was it. I was
like,
I got it.
So what year was that for the first song?
This was 2020.
2020, okay.
So during COVID as well, or right before?
A little bit before COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so how did you record it? Like, what was the whole process like for you?
So my sister's baby father, he knows a lot of people. He's African. He knows a lot of people in the music industry. So he has some good friends that had a studio. So I had went there to record with not for me to record. I was just in the building, just seeing what was going on and just watching. And I was like, you got time after this so I can try to do something? They was like, nah, not today. And I was like, okay. Hit him like maybe the next week, and I was like, I'm trying to come back and like record this. Right. And then I recorded it, and because like I said, when I was younger, although my dad did a little things with music, they weren't really like into music, and my parents are Jamaican, so they not sending me to no studio.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I had to
get a
job. Parents, like, you want to go wet?
Get a few jobs.
You want to go wet?
They not thinking about that. They going to work, coming home. Yeah. So for a long time, I was just writing in my room, and I would never forget middle school. We was on the bleachers, and PE, and they was like talking about rap music, and I was like, I got a little freestyle, and it was like, all right, so run that, and I did, and it was, and then, I love it. So then, yeah, like, that was like the start of me knowing that I love music, I love to write music, but I was super shy, so like, intimately, like if I'm cool with you, you gonna hear it. But like outside people, I was always shy to let them hear it. I don't know why. I broke myself out of that at 21. Where I was like, too many people are telling me, you know, what you're writing is good, so let them hear it. And ever since then, I just dropped that and was like, I'm going to do this.
Good job.
And Kiana, you know what blew me away, right? I was at the Next to Blow Festival. Shout out to Reggie Lanes, you know what I mean? He's in studio right now. We at the Platform Studios. Shout out to Showcase Poppy and of course Rayo. So I'm here and I'm doing my job and I'm DJing. So it's her time to hit the stage. So I'm like, I pass her the mic. You know, I think it's a run-of-the-mill performance. Shout out to the artists that just be not doing their job.
Right.
As a DJ, I just gotta like push you to the back of my mind. So when you do your job, I'll pay attention.
Yep.
So Shida got up there, and Kiana, what caught me was, it wasn't the fact that she was only performing a record, the vocals were clean, and it was a performance track.
Right.
It was the fact that she had choreography to follow it.
Okay.
For each song.
Yes.
So then that's what it took me, and I was just like, oh, while she's still performing, she's doing her choreography. So that brings me to my question. Where did you start picking up some of your dance moves, or what artists do you look at and be like, I like the choreography? Because when did that start? I know you could dance.
Well, I mean, it's in my blood. So literally I had this conversation with my management as well. They was like, you know, when you're on stage, you're doing these moves, and are you rehearsing them? I was like, no. I just get on, and that's how my body moves now.
So it's not even choreography.
It's
You're
not
just
choreography.
freestyling.
There are certain buzzwords in my song that I know, like when this comes on, I want to do
That's
this.
the key point.
Right.
Right, but then like the fillers are just me like freestyling.
I love that.
Yeah.
You caught me. VPR. See, we both learned something here on this interview. All right. So we got you here in New York City. I'd even ask you, was the travel bad? You know what I mean? How was it getting here?
Well, you know, I get on the Amtrak and I just. And then from the Amtrak, I get right on the C train straight to Shepherd Ave, and I'm good. So that's why I like getting on the Amtrak. I feel like, you know, there are straight buses here, but, you know, traffic is road is road. You know, one little accident, and now your bus is backed up and delayed.
That's right. That's true.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
She was here on time, y'all. Way before me and Kiana. I appreciate that. It's 2026. Everybody be late, but I appreciate that.
This is an opportunity I would never be late for. Any opportunity I do not take for granted at all. So I'm always going to show up, show out, and be just appreciative. I feel like coming late to something like this would have just been like a slight disrespect, and I ain't for that.
I love that, and we appreciate that. Okay. Yeah. And on that note, can we end that live right there? Because this is just a sneak peek. So you guys tune in, because we'll be back.
See, this the best part where we would put it on Patreon, and now we turn up. So Shida, we got you here in New York, right?
Right.
I heard like 2 of your records. What is it? Bacas, and the second record escapes me at the moment, right?
You're two of them.
Two of them.
Tree.
And I do want people in the studio to hear it in a few minutes, but it's a new year, right?
It's a new year.
Is there any like recreating your sound? Are you going through any changes in life right now? Because I know a lot of people like put things away for the new year.
I don't think necessarily recreating. I'm just like upping it. You know, like it's the same vibe, but like I'm turning it up. So I do a genre. It's dancehall, but it's trap dancehall. So I was working with an engineer the other day, and I was trying to get him to like find a beat sound for me, and he was like, coming up, I know everybody in here know Cartel. Right. So Cartel's beats, although they are mod, I grew up on Cartel, love them, but like his beat style is like kind of not, I don't want to say old dancehall, but it's a different type of dancehall than trap dancehall. So I'm like fine tuning that trap. If y'all know Croft or Raja Wild or anything like that, that's what I mean. Okay. So I'm like fine tuning my space in that area of trap dancehall. So I'm turning it up.
And how do you feel the current state of dancehall is? Like now that you listen to it, because I know a lot of people are vibing with Taliban, that record, and that sound of beat. You know what I'm saying? That beat is very catchy for, I see a lot of producers. So how do you feel like the dancehall music scene is right now?
I feel like this is what I hear a lot, that Afro beats is taking over dancehall.
Oh, I've seen the conversation about that online.
Interesting you said that, because I was going to segue into that next. But yeah, please.
And I don't not agree, because Afro, when you turn on an Afro beat, you just, you know, don't matter if you know what they're saying or not.
And it's the same with dancehall, right?
It's the same with dancehall, but you know...
I know what they be saying. Don't say that.
No, I'm saying,
I'll be looking up Aniti Bo and Cha. Yo, I went and looked it up what he was... He's talking about drinking and smoking. Nah.
They're just vibing to it. Like,
I do it to Bad Bunny, all of them. If I like the song, I'm going to look it up. But go,
you know how many people were boom by buying in a Bossy
Boy
Boy head, not knowing what that means?
Right.
Am I fi dead?
Right. Don't know nothing. Just vibe. So there was at one point where like dance hall, you know, was just no other genre was touching it, no matter where you would come from.
Right.
Now here comes Afro beats, and they're kind of like, you know, taking that spot, as some people will say. Mm-hmm. But I still feel like the people that indulge in the dancehall and reggae era, like they don't see it like that. It's just the outside people. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of double-edged sword, because like if you in dancehall music and you listening to Kraf and Biaka and Raja Nigeri and Skilly Bang, because Skilly Bang is running the road in Skang, you play a Skang song and you going, you know what I'm saying? Like look at Skilly Bang's concerts. So I don't know. I think it's still running with the road, but you know, Afro beats is giving it people that don't truly indulge in the dance.
Tyler out here running around, and the Burner Boy, they making it look good and sound good.
But there's always trends, right, that flow in and out, and it's like I think we see a lot of that, and I do feel like there is a great coexistence for the space in both, even to really like merge together into a whole different sound, because that's lit. Like think about it. Think about reggae. Think about like salsa, merengue, how they came together with reggaeton, right? A whole new sound, but it shows love to both crafts. And when you think about the people that are creating this music, you're coming from a Caribbean Afro background anyway, so it all kind of connects, right? We're all connected to the diaspora of it all, right? So like at the end of the day, why not? Why not be able to coexist?
I will remind you when Justin Bieber first dropped Sorry, and it was a Caribbean beat, and I was just like, what is this? And then I went on my DJ site, all right, and it said, this is now called Tropical House. I said, did they just whitewash dancehall?
Oh.
I was just like, why would it go on? I said, I gotta pay Tropical House now? And they kept, remember,
we could take it back to Snow, an Informer from back in the 90s. I met him and spent time with him. Let me tell you, that's a story. Him and my girl Shauna, aka Maga Gal. This was back in the days when I was she was cool. When I was a dancehall queen, okay? And we would have so much fun. This guy is whiter than white. When they say Snow, that's what he was, because all that Informer, all of that, he talked like this, and it was like, blah, 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 and fuck you. And I was like, are you really the person that is making this music? Because I could not connect it, but he had this whole persona, and it definitely, like Beanie Man, so many people made music with him back then because he was trending. Now he's gone, right? So I mean, it was a wave and it was a trend, but I think we see it, you know, all the time, and AI, right? Like all of it. There's so many different waves that come and go, but I just feel like, especially when it comes to our Caribbean people, our people of color, we should stop trying to be against it, right? It's trap. It's this, like, bring it together. Bring it together. Hip hop is very, very immersive. It's a culture. It's more than music.
You seen the Welcome Home vibes got?
Okay.
All right. He had a world welcome home.
I was on TikTok.
The way he was trotting around the world. Picking up all types of different bags. So when people say to me, dancehall is not the most like profitable that you could go, you can't tell me that. He walked out to Barclays, and I don't know how much he was charging per ticket, but he was doing it.
Bingo. I said Skilly Bang. I should have said Vibes Cartel, Freedom Street. Look at that.
Like,
sold out shows, Barclays, back to back to back.
You know what I mean? That's the biggest, one of the biggest I've ever seen to do it. So
they said hip hop was dead back in the day, right? Like, still thriving.
As long as she's not making Tropical House, I'm cool. Because if she send me a drop and she said, "Yeah, this is the Tropical House. Play this when you go to like the DL club in the city." I'm like,
Justin Bieber, if you want to make a Tropical House with me, hit me
feel me? Yeah, those producers, DJ Snake, all of them. And yeah, that make them Tropical House beats. I respect it. I ain't knocking it. I'm cool.
Right, I'm good on it.
So we just chopped it up about a lot of these artists that you know about. So before I get to asking you my next question about artists that you would like to work with, can you tell me about your first stage performance and how did you feel?
Okay. My first stage performance was at a place called Golf Lounge, brought to you by this prominent DMV DJ, Ricky Platinum, who I've kind of, grown up with. He DJ'd my Sweet 16, so we have deep ties, and again, came out with Colin. He heard it and was like, oh yeah. So he presented me with the opportunity to perform it, and then that was great. I mean, first performance on stage, again, I'm coming from being a shy girl that barely want outside people to hear my music. Mm-hmm. So now I done recorded a song, everybody like it, now I gotta go there and while the crowd.
Give it to them.
But boy, when I got up there, it just faded away. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I got done and I was like, girl, you can do it. Like, stop letting those the self-sabotage talk to you, and that literally broke up a lot of barriers with my shyness. That first performance, the first step was recording a song and letting people hear it. That was phase 2 of breaking away that shyness and feeling so good about it. And I got
love
a lot
how
of
you just
compliments.
broke yourself away from your fear.
Yes.
Okay, nope, conquer. The determination. Yeah. Even you were like, oh, he didn't have time for me at the studio, let me follow up, right? That determination is key.
Yeah. Now, do you think a lot of artists, female artists, face that same fear?
Bad girl, bro.